Hey, what's going on everybody? So in today's video, I actually ran across this post and I really wanted to put it out, maybe a couple hours ago. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta wait because it really intrigued me. And I said, you know what? I don't want to even read this, but I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. And I ended up doing it anyways. I'm like, man, I ended up doing it. So anyways, long story short, the dude has a question and it says, I am a bit confused. What some of the small things I don't read through it is that the guy is upset because the girl kind of, backed off on him because he wasn't pursuing her hard enough. And this is what happens when you are in the nice guy mentality 101, or you're just not that experienced with women. So if y'all like my content and you rock with your boy, make sure you show me some love and hit that subscribe button. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and read this. It says, I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused at the moment about a recent date I had. I met this girl off Tinder and we had an immediate connection. That right there should have been what the man needed to hear in the first place, because once you got something in common with a person, you can typically lead it to the interaction that you might really want, and most men on Tinder is looking for one thing and one thing only, or maybe something else. Then it says, we would spend hours talking on the phone every day. Our first date went great. We went to the movies and then went back to her apartment to play games. Look, if I'm back at her apartment right after the movies, man, I'm thinking she trying to do something. I ain't thinking nothing else. It says, before I left, the date ended with a kiss, and she told me that she could not wait for the second date. The next week came, and around we went on our second date. This day was even better than the first. We spent all day together. It was getting late, and I told her I was about to go home. She insisted that I don't leave and that I spend the night with her. You hear that? She insisted. She like, nah, don't go home. Come to my place. Spend the night with me. Anytime a woman talking like that, she either trying to pull a poor person off the street and help them, or she trying to get laid her down. So, but I'm going to continue the story before I ruin it. It says, I agree, and she was very excited. We went to the store and brought wine and stayed up super late talking about life and things. When it was time to go to bed, I told her that I would sleep on the couch. She insisted that I sleep in the bed with her. Once again, the woman, and she insisted that you come over to her house, and she insisted that this dude come sleep in a bed with her. Any woman saying this stuff is really into a guy and really is trying to get her back blown out. And any man that's not noticing this, he's inexperienced, and I'm gonna continue on. It says, when it was time to go to bed, I told her that I would be sleeping on the couch. She insisted I sleep in the bed with her. We didn't have sex, and we agreed that it would be too soon. So we literally just slept beside one another. Man, look, she done gave you all the clues, all the cues and everything. She said, come over to my place, I insist. She said, sleep in the bed with me, I insist. And then at that point, you should have been trying to lead some type of interaction, trying to, nudge her or put your leg on her or something, slide a little closer, because obviously she trying to get her back blown up, but yet you just taking a nice guy approach and saying all this soft, sweet stuff, talking about we should just, just lay in the bed together. Nah, man, you messed up. You definitely messed up with that one, man. I'm not sure how you let this ride over your head, slip over your head. Then you said this. I told her, it said the next morning we woke up and it was time to leave. I told her I had an amazing time and that I couldn't wait to see her again next week. Man, you really had an amazing time. Me, I would have been, blue balls, or I would have been banging something. Then I would have had an amazing time. If I just laid in the bed next to her and I met her on Tinder, and I know if you're meeting on these dating apps, most of the time, you're trying to do something intimate, or you're trying to get laid, or you may want a connection, and the only thing you did was want a connection, but you didn't read the blurry lines there. Like, she was making it like point blank and obvious. Like, come on, man, why didn't you go for that? Unless you don't want to mess with women on a first date, or say it wasn't even the first, it was the third date, no, the second date, my bad. The second date, you didn't go for it, and you really thought she didn't really want it. It says, I told her I had an amazing time and that I couldn't wait to see her again next weekend. She agreed, and we set a date for the upcoming Saturday. Sunday and Monday, we spent the whole day texting and planning our third date. However, I received a text last night saying, "Thank you, insert name. I had a really good time on Saturday and spending time with you. Thank you for taking me to the botanical garden and pizza. I don't know that I feel the spark or I'm in a good place for this right now." Look, she don't get you the friend zone vibe. At first, she was coming to give you that come get the cheeks vibe, but you blew it because you didn't notice and you was so oblivious, man. She wanted you to deposit that semen somewhere on her or maybe inside or something, but who knows? But you didn't even notice it. She blew you off, man, and rejected you because you wasn't, pursuing her enough. All you had to do was a little bit more effort, man, to go for it, but you took the good guy approach, and now she ain't trying to hear none of that. It says, well, dude said, "I told her that I understood and thanked her for being honest. Do you think I did something wrong?" Yeah, a lot, man. The heck? I find this to be a very strange situation. Yeah, you would, huh? Clearly you're not that experienced with women, man, because this not strange at all to me. I would have, like I said, bumped up against her, tried to slide something in her because she's invited me back to her house and her bed, man, her bedroom. Come on, man, you right there. All you had to do is go ahead and cross the damn finish line. Then it says, "We were literally planning on going to a friend's wedding in October, and we're buying matching outfits to match. Did I do something wrong, or do you think it was something else?" Bro, look, you did all the right things. You did everything textbook good guy would do. Instead of making a little bit of nudge and the same way she putting herself out there, because a lot of women, they don't really say what they want. They kind of speak in circles, or they throw like subliminals out there, and hopefully you pick up on it. And if you don't, they act like this right here. You had 2 chances to get this right. The first one, she's alright, I really like this dude, and he didn't go for it, so that probably even turned her on right then and there. But the second one, she said, "Come get it, come blow her back out," but what you do? Nothing. You sat around like a fool, man. And hopefully this is like a learning experience for you. So next time you get a woman that's this into you, that actually likes you like this, and she's saying, "Come get it," you might want to go get it, man. Because if you don't, more than likely it's a dude out there lingering in the shadows, waiting for his turn, like me, to get what you won't take. So let's go ahead and scroll down and see what some of the guys said about this. Other people, man. Let's see. Somebody, I guess, highlighted what you said right here. Dude said, "Classic case of being way more prude than the girl. Sex was on the table, potentially even that first night." Same thing I said. "Had you played your cards right, but you were almost not one, but 100 steps behind her, so she lost interest." Yep, this is definitely correct. "Until you get out of your romantic default, wrongly thinking that women, when they are comfortable and attracted, are only looking for serious options straight up, rather than gradually seeing how an emotional and physical connection develops, and do not crave and desire sex as much as men. These type of situations will continue to happen, and you will be none the wiser about why they happen." Yeah, and that's the thing, because a lot of women, they do want sex just like us, but at the same time, they don't want to be out here like a horny dog like most men are. They want to casually grow into it sometimes. Like me, as of lately, I've been telling women that I want to get to know. I don't say I want to just take you on a damn date. I say, look, I'm looking more for like a friends with benefit situation. That way, up front, I want to like you, I want to get to know you, and we could be cool and everything, but I do want to get some ass at the same time. So don't try to sell me on taking you on 4 or 5 dates and thinking I'm just some nice guy. No, I want to see something. I ain't saying it's a transactional, but if we dating, or not even, well, I guess we could call it dating, but we just really just kicking it, but I still want to get laid, and I make sure I put that out there. But some dudes, y'all thinking that you got to take the traditional route, then take her on 10, 13 different dates, and she finally like you. This woman, she just wanted to experience you, man. She liked your attitude, your mentality, the way you carried yourself, the way you plan things out, but at the same time, you just wasn't, sexually, active towards her. You wasn't sexually pursuing her like she wanted. Like, if you had done that and then you put it down right in the bed, she probably been hooked. Like, look, man, this dude, he definitely boyfriend material. Hopefully he really want to talk to me, but you skip right over that. Let me continue on, man. I just definitely said a lot. Women don't want to have to explain these things to men. It's either you get it, partially though, disappointing, painful, confusing situation like this, or you don't. Hopefully now you do. Sex is part of the process, or getting to know someone, and hastily talking about going to a wedding together after a mere 2 dates will never be as reliable as simply going on more dates, having sex and spending those nights and on those dates, and gradually figuring out who you are to each other from there. The latter builds connection. The former scares women away, contrary to what conventional wisdom often tells men. Man, dude broke it down way better than I think I could, man. But he definitely said exactly what it is. You thinking that you make all these plans are going to just make a woman fall for you because you keep making these cool events together with a woman, but instead you need to be trying to formulate that intimacy so y'all can have that physical connection and not just emotional connection, because all this stuff plays into how a woman will like you overall. So you gotta be mindful of that. But you got one foolish person right here just saying some nice guy shit. It says, totally disagree with this. The original poster was an absolute gentleman, and this perspective of trying to manipulate sex as soon as possible is fucked up. Man, women are not a singular group. Sweeping statements about women do or do not want or are not attracted to are total nonsense. A lot of people need that emotional connection before sex. Otherwise, it's meaningless pleasure. Might as well just masturbate. Man, this dude sounds like a straight turkey. Or it might just be a woman trying to say stuff because this is how she thinks and stuff. She wants a guy to do this stuff. She probably the same person that would make a dude wait like 9 to 13 weeks to take her on a date to say, now you can finally clap. Or, you know what, you're not my type. I'm not, no, dude, you should have went for it. Fuck what this person talking about. This person about to have you out here with more blue balls than you already got. So, another thing I don't like about this person's comment is that they said that you're putting all the women in one group. The person above in the statement right here never said that all women are like this. There's no statement in here. Like, that's one thing I refrain from saying. Even in my outside of YouTube and my day-to-day life, I don't usually use the word all or never, because we know, like, back in school, if y'all watching this and y'all are grown-ups, that anytime you saw in the math test or a reading test, they'll say always or never. Those are always the wrong answer. So I say majority of the time or sometimes, because that right there could be like a gray area somewhere in the middle. But this person said that you put all the women in one group and just said that this is how all women are acting. No, not all women act like this. Some women don't want to be touched at all on the first date, but this person was so comfortable with this dude that she was throwing, like, you know, ambiguous signs that he just didn't catch up on because nobody talked to him, I'm assuming. But this person right here, if he listened to this, you'll be a fool, man, because this is nice guy talk. This is sucker shit, man. I ain't hearing none of that, man. I'm going for what I want, and most women, they like men that go after what they truly desire in their heart when it comes to dating a woman. So let me go on a little bit more. It says, sounds like the original poster was making a great connection and she pulled out for whatever reason. Why? You'll probably never know. What do you mean? Never. Everybody that knows what you know. The man above us that made that long statement about why she did that even knows. He wasn't even there. I'm not even there, but I know when a woman is attracted to me and want me to take it to the next step majority of the time. But this person right here is the person I know is not getting laid, or there may be some woman that's, you know, not getting laid, or she just too young to understand how women operate. So don't listen to this person. This person just saying a bunch of nonsense. It says for whatever reason. No, that was the reason. We know why. It said you'll probably never know. Keep communicating with women as individuals. Be yourself, original poster. If it doesn't work out, that's just how it is most of the time. That's not your fault. Nah, that's what it is most of the time with you. Most women that I actually interact with and take out and give my time to, they want to be with me. But if you telling people most of the time it's not gonna work, that's just because you don't know what the hell you're doing. It's that you've got the right mindset to build meaningful connection in a loving relationship with great sex. Shut the hell up. Please don't get sucked into this shit in comments like this, as if some random dude on Reddit knows what over half the population wants or doesn't want. Yeah, I'm starting to think of this emoji right here. I can't really tell. It might be a woman. I don't know what that emoji is, man, but it just sounds stupid. Then the original dude said, "Thanks. I wish I knew what I did get cut off for. Well, why I did get cut off, bro. The reason you got cut off because you wasn't making enough effort. The reason she cut you off is because you didn't pursue her. Like, all right, look, like I said, I'm gonna leave a link into this actual post and everything, and I want you to watch the video because most people, when I put the link in there, they watch the video. So when you do see this video, I want you to think about this. I want you the next time you get in a predicament like this, or a woman, or you're trying to gradually court the woman, because this is like the courting process. Courting process typically leads to getting the draws, man. So what happens, you need to do the things you've been doing, and the next time a woman invites you over, or she's showing signs that she wants to be close to you or intimate, don't sit there and just avoid a kiss and everything. Maybe you might want to go for a kiss, or maybe you might want to hold her hand. You need to start doing things to initialize the sexual content, the feelings and stuff inside her. Like, somebody got to get the thing started. This woman was pushing you in that direction because she was ready, and you were just oblivious. This person telling you not to do this is oblivious, man. Like, if you really liked her, you could have said that or you could have just kissed her or rubbed on her, and then the third week, maybe you could have done something with her or something, man. Anything. The girl really wanted it, and you just didn't notice it. And I just feel like next time you need to be prepared for that. Look at the cues and the signs that women gives men, versus just thinking that you're just out here just having a great time. 'Cause most women, they want more than a great time. They want a fun person to be with and a nice person to hang around. So I'm gonna go down. I ain't gonna read too many more of these. I already yapped on a lot. This next person said there could be numbers of reasons. I'm not even gonna read the reasons yet, but like I said before, the reasons were what we already discussed. You didn't make the effort, and more than likely she had high interest in you, and maybe it was a guy like me waiting in the background that she was putting off, and she like, you know what, this dude not even making the effort. Like, I want him to smash me and blow my back out, but he not trying. I guess I gotta go with the other guy. I'm gonna go out with him, and maybe he might do it because this guy's a turkey ass. And that's probably what happened, man. That's more than likely happened. I'm gonna say 99% chance that's the reason that happened. But I'm gonna read these right here. It says, number one, she could be testing you to see if you're really serious about her. No. Yeah, I thought she seriously stopped talking to you. Nah. Number two, she could have met someone else. More than likely, she already met somebody else. You want to know how many women that try to meet and match with me on Tinder? A lot. You want to know how many try to match with me a day on Facebook dating? Even more than Tinder, or way more than Tinder. So I have to actually, put some people and just let them sit there until maybe these over here don't work out. That's just how it is. So you don't think a woman probably got about 2 or 3 dudes lined up on her phone for these dating apps, and potentially talking to them, and maybe going out once a week with you, and maybe once with the other guy, and comparing apples to apples and not apples to orange. She comparing things that might work and what won't work, and the other dude probably making more of an effort, and you just didn't. So yeah, she could be talking to somebody else, and not just being met. Probably met him the same time he met you. And number 3, she could be playing the field and was only looking for sex, but pretended that after a relationship as to not make it look that way. Well, what they say, my guess is number 3. And I'm about to say the same thing. And that's mainly what it is. A lot of women, they don't want to come off as being sleazy whores, man. Can you blame them? Think about it. If you're on a dating app and you telling a woman, like, look, I'm here just to get some ass, most women not gonna talk to you. Like, when I put stuff like that, what I get is a bunch of, a bunch of men that like men, which I don't. You get the ex-men, the men that used to be men, but now they ain't. And then you get the transformers, the ones that were men and now they're women. But that's what happened. You typically talking about you just want sex, man. And they ain't what you want to put in your profile. So women ain't gonna do it, and men shouldn't do it neither. Yeah, I guess this would be the last one right here. It says, well, she didn't just tell you the reason. It was nothing you did. Yes, it was something. Matter of fact, it was something that you didn't do. That's what it really was. her mind just isn't in the right place. One people just be believing anything, man. Like, you can't believe everything a woman says. Like, people say things just not to break your heart sometimes. Me, I tell y'all right, like, look, man, I ain't feeling this, man. This don't sit right with me. But think about it. How many times have our parents don't told us about the tooth fairy or some Santa Claus and crap like that? They lying to us not to break our little heart and motivate us to carry on this tradition to do the right thing in order to gain these incentives. So if our parents are lying to us from birth about little pagan holidays, you don't think women will lie to spare your little heart? Yeah, they will. Women will lie because they don't like hurting dudes. Some dudes don't know how to take rejection or getting their feelings hurt. You know, me, I might just not talk to you at all. Like, this ain't working. I'm just gonna block a number. That's how I could be majority of the time. But this woman actually gave you the courtesy to actually talk to you and everything and make sure that you understood that she wasn't feeling you, and then she gave you the little piece of crap sob story at the end. And mainly you get those type of stories when you're a nice person or you're a male that she doesn't think is masculine enough to handle her. It's not you, it's just me. Yeah, it is just her. She just don't feel you and don't want you because you wasn't doing enough to pursue her to get her to, get her wet. Because she probably was already wet. You just didn't go for it, man. All you had to do is, like, put your leg on hers or something. Or, slowly lean towards her. Put your arm over her while y'all laying in the bed. Or slide your junk near her butt or something. Anything. Or, ask her to turn the TV on and ask her to lay in your arm or something. You ain't gotta do nothing. It's steps to this, man. It's levels to this stuff. But you didn't make no levels. You just laid there probably with your booty to her booty, doing the double booty, connection thing you like married couples be doing after like 10 years, and like there's no connection. And that's probably why she turned over like, oh, this guy's such a loser. She probably was thinking that, man. I'm not sure how she slept or what it looked like for y'all, but everything you said up until the bedtime part was where you messed up at. Everything else was good. What else the person said? Instead of leading you on, she got straight to the point. Yeah, and then cut him off like a nice guy. Better that she did it early on instead of months down the road and wasting your time. She wasn't gonna waste your time. She already came and proved what she came to get, but you didn't recognize it. If anything, she started begging you for money, then she'd have been trying to use you and waste your time. She's like, look, I don't need him for nothing. He ain't even trying to hit. They said, keep being you, OP. You did everything right. No, you didn't. Stop taking advice for these damn fools, man, telling you fake stuff that they don't know nothing about. These dudes don't never get no damn butt. You can tell by how they keep telling you to be yourself. Being yourself is why you're in a predicament now making this damn Reddit post in the first place. Don't listen to them. I'm assuming this probably is you right here. Yeah, I guess. I'm just confused on why she wants me sleeping in the bed if there was no spark or no connection. That's because she wants you to blow her back out, man. That's the exact reason. Like, how is this so, like, not in your face for you to comprehend? This is as simple as ever. Like, any woman talking about come lay in the bed with me, I insist. I'm assuming she want me to escalate this because she don't want to come off as an extra horny dog, and that's just how some women are. And then the last person, I guess this is like the drop down from that. She was probably hoping for some intimacy. Some people gauge their feelings this way. I personally wouldn't want a guy in my bed unless I was expecting something to happen. Yep, and I'm assuming this is a woman, unless this is a dude that, sleeps with other dudes. That doesn't mean other women feel the same. Then again, they might. And this woman sounded like she wanted to get laid. The one that insisted you to come to her house and insisted you sleep in her bed, insisted that you spend the night. Come on, man. That you acting as if y'all like little cousins or you at some damn sleepover, some slumber party, man. You supposed to want for that, man. You don't blew your chance. Hopefully you don't mess this up again. It said just take it as a lesson for next time. If you are unsure if she wants stuff to happen, or just start with cuddling and let the mood lead you guys. If doesn't want anything, she will tell you. Exactly. I mean, I try to break down the broken English that was said in that, but I do comprehend what's going on. So long story short, you should have made some effort, like I said the first time, but you didn't. You just took the oblivious approach, and that semen that could have been on her back is retracting itself deep down inside you. Let me stop talking crap. So I'm just curious, how many of you guys have been in a predicament where a woman was actually trying to push herself on you so you can go ahead and take it, but you blew it? Me, every single opportunity that came my way, I took it because I am an opportunist. I'm not letting nothing slide. With that being said, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Labz, and I'm out.